Last year's champion, 7-time Pro National Champion Ryan Norberg looking for SKUSA Pro Tour title number 6. Joe Turney on the Factory Kart Republic here with the Chad Dawkin Racing Camp, getting set to lead the field to the green in that white and orange number 307. You go back to row 2, how about add some more international flair? Senna Van Wallstein in his American debut alongside Sodi Kart teammate Harley Keeble, Brandon Carr, Alessandro D'Attulio, the list goes on. How about returning 2021 winner Hannah Greenemeyer is back? It's anyone's guess who gets it here in Utah. Let's see what we're in for. The field is set. They head on to the front straightaway. Joe Turney, Ryan Norberg for the X30 Senior main event presented by Speed Concepts Racing. They form up in the tram lines. We get closer to the start box, and here we go, boys and girls. We're on the power, and we're racing down to turn number 1.
Norberg trying to come across. Can he hold to the outside? Going to run the outside of the rim. He'll be there at least in a position. May come away with second, likely third. He'll have to check up a little bit. A couple drivers go off. Otherwise, we're settling in with Turney out front. Pierre Van Wallstein goes, I believe, into the second spot.
Although Norberg wants second, and he can't get it away from Van Wallstein.
He's going to lose third because of it, maybe even fourth. No.
Senna Van Wallstein to the lead out of the hairpin.
I think we're going to see a lot of different drivers try to go up front. As here comes Greenemeyer. She's going to force the issue. She'll come through. Norberg gets by as well.
You know Hannah Greenemeyer's feeling like she's got to go. Big run. Van Wallstein knows it. And a huge slingshot engage move for Hannah Greenemeyer to the lead for the 374.
Yeah, her former teammate Ryan Norberg coming through as well. He'll do an early entry into turn number 3 to make sure Van Wallstein doesn't slide him in.
She's got company. Norberg back to the inside. Van Wallstein goes low as well. Side by side, and he banks tires with Greenemeyer. Has to fall back, and Turney saying, thank you very much. You want to get that aggressive? I'll just find a way by and get myself back into third.
They're battling it out like crazy back for second spot. Here comes Keeble in the fight. Turney finally getting by. Greenemeyer as well. There comes Van Wallstein. There's a lot of scrapping for those other positions. This could allow Norberg to pull away. She does. She goes down to the bottom.
Oh.
Contact there. Again, this time through with a little bump and run. We'll see how Hannah likes that, because again, Van Wallstein right there as well. She goes a bit wide on the exit, and she's going to get roughed up. Oh, then she.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, she got clubbed there by Van Wallstein, who gave her the little bit of a hip check.
That was terrible. Let's go back up front here. Ryan Norberg and Joe Turney have pulled away, but guess what? The gap from first to second, it is coming down slightly. They are faster than anybody else on the racetrack by a couple of tenths. Ryan Norberg, if he takes a look over his shoulder and sees Joe Turney, I mean, I got to imagine that the mental space there for Norberg probably not as strong. This is a guy who has robbed him of his usual come-from-behind victories that we're so used to seeing, where Norberg is able to wait and really just kind of dial his pace up in the final half of the race. Turney's done that and then some. And now, down the backstretch, off the chicane, to the inside, for the lead. Joe Turney is through, but Norberg with an over-under pulls alongside, and he's almost clear. Turney again inside. This time, he'll stop it right on the apex and takes the lead fully. There's still time to kind of learn, adjust, readjust, and mount a counterattack. But if Joe Turney's speed continues where it is and Norberg stays the same as well, you are going to see that Kart Republic drive off into the sunset, as we've seen already multiple times this year. Long front stretch will favor the number 1, getting the slipstream down to turn number 1. A 59.01 for Norberg, a 0.2 for Turney. Dead even. Let's see what it looks like this time to the final corner. Closer than before. Hits the curve there coming on the front stretch. It's going to hurt him a little bit. Oh, there was dirt on the racetrack. Dirt on the racetrack as they came onto the front stretch. You saw Norberg weave it. Yeah, I think Joe Turney saved up a little bit of stuff there through turns 2 and 3, and he just used it right up over the curbing, through the backstretch for the final time today through the chicane. Joe Turney's lead has opened up now to 4 car lengths. Ryan Norberg sends it in deep from way back to the hairpin, trying to close up, trying for a final desperation heave, but it's not going to be enough. And for the RPG domination of this racetrack, they are going to be upheaved here by the Kart Republic Chad Dawkin Racing Factory driver, Joe Turney. It is another win on the season. He is victorious in Utah. Welcome back to Utah. It's time to run it back for another day of action. Right at the halfway point of the 2023 SKUSA Pro Tour, and just like any weekend, you get new players on day number 2. Most notable of all of them today has been the weather. Rain went through, it's dried out now, but those skies above are about as unpredictable as what the racing should look like here today. Form up on the front straightaway here, Rob.
I'm excited about this right now. Hodgson and Keeble front row, Van Walston and Bonilla row number 2. Lining things up. Time to go for the final race of this year's Spring Nationals. Hodgson, Keeble. Let's get ready to rumble here, folks. Coming up to the line, and we are green, green, green.
Down to turn number 1. Brandon Carr going to go to the high side. Let's see, can everybody make it out of the first turn here in the main event? Oh, up and up into the air for DiTullio for a second. A few more off. Donovan Bonilla went wide, and so did the outside lane. The inside group's got a big lead, and what a jump for Senna Van Walsteen. He leads the way into the bus stop as we head through half a lap in. Evan Carr training down the front straightaway, and Oliver Hodgson is hungry. Here he comes for the lead. Not enough at the end of the front stretch, but DiTullio and Mossman going to make up some spots.
Look at the tail of that group. It's Joe Turney up 8 spots. Turney up 8 spots. Hodgson to P1.
Hodgson with a move, and like you said, Joe Turney up. It's just turning up here for this X30 main. Diego Ramos followed him through. Oliver Hodgson caught Senna Van Walsteen off guard. New leader, it's the Brit Oliver Hodgson. Joe Turney up to 6, just creeping his way up the order, and that's got to strike a little bit of fear to everyone on the fence if you're not a Chad Dawkins Racing Kart Republic fan. As on the front stretch, Turney with a run on DiTullio. Does he go? He does. Looking for position number 4. Joe Turney is through.
What did I say? Methodical run to the front here, step by step, just chipping away at it. The last lap, Keeble more than 1/10 of a second faster. Back to move to the bottom here. Keeble throwing the Sony cart to the bottom, and indeed, we have a new leader. And again, Hodgson, the veteran, no need to force the issue there. He made the move, dived through. He knows he's got guys coming. And if Keeble's faster, I'll use him. Get that draft up the front straightaway. So a new leader, Harley Keeble, going to P1.
Carly Keeble was kind of in the younger age bracket, always an age division down before Hodgson and Turney moved on. Turney over to the international stage. Hodgson in recent years over here to America. Harley Keeble moving to the international stage, and then now here to the United States. But now they're all together again, and Harley Keeble is taking 2 guys he's probably watched race growing up to school at the moment.
Keeble leading the way, but here comes Hodgson back down. He'll return the favor over in the right-hand hairpin once again. So again, Keeble slotting back into second, exactly what Hodgson did, but all those 2 passes, slowing both those drivers' drives out of those corners, has brought Turney right to the rear bumper. So 1, 2, 3, stack 'em and pack 'em. We'll put lap number 9 in the books, closing it on the halfway point. Keeble back to the lead. Again, everybody making the move in the hairpin. Hodgson holds the spot. Here comes a big wide run around the outside. Is he going to make a leap? Contact between the 2, and Hodgson will take it.
I don't think Keeble even knew Turney was there, but he had such a rocket ship run. He went through the dirt, and we've just like that got 6 now here for the lead at the halfway mark. There's been a change for the lead. Joe Turney, your new leader. Harley Keeble applying pressure. He's going to force Turney to the low side. Look at the run Keeble gets. Hard, clean racing. Hodgson through. Keeble crossover. Is he going to let him go? He lets him go there. Says, go back. We can't let the 307 get away again. Oliver Hodgson, what do you have left in it? Can you track back down your fellow countryman Joe Turney, who's trailed you all race? Norberg for 4th, and look at Keeble to the high side, but Ryan Norberg up a spot. That's another 1 per lap as they head to the S's. He's up to 4th now here from 12th on the grid.
This is magical right now here at X30 Senior to cap off this year's Spring Nationals.
Turney able to hang on. Harley Keeble tried to Superman it on the outside of him, and Norberg get together. They're coming out of 2. Norberg gets through to 3rd. Harley Keeble gets thrown to the wayside. Here comes the cavalry, or 4th position for Mossman. Ramos is there, and oh man, Harley Keeble, he almost got it done on Joe Turney on the outside, but look at this. Hodgson is still there. Here he comes. Oliver Hodgson to the lead in the hairpin. They're going to drag race to the double left.
This is what Norberg needs, and he's bringing Mossman along. He told him to come for the ride, and he's doing that right now. Mossman trying to do the over-under. He's going to try to go around the outside, and he does. Mossman to P3.
Frankie Mossman's never won a SKUSA Pro Tour before, and he nearly gets into Oliver Hodgson. backs out of it. Smart move by the youngster there. Harley Keeble back in the mix as he's all over Norberg's bumper.
Hairpin, Mossman looking for the over-unders end, but Keeble's going to come in and fill the gap.
For Hodgson's got to get creative for the final lap. Joe Turney's just got to park that car on the white line and not let anybody go. It's 6 cars all together here with Mossman back to 4th. Norberg at the end of the train in 6th. DeTulio is in the mix there in 5th. Here we go to turn 1. On to the high side goes Keeble. Mossman gives the bumper. Hodgson is through. Oliver Hodgson to the lead to turn 2. Keeble in the dirt. They're side by side, 3rd and 5th. And Oliver Hodgson leads the way to the bowl.
I think that's Ramos potentially, or DeTulio back into the 3rd spot. Hodgson though able to go back by. Can he bring it in? DeTulio into the 3rd spot. He's going to want to go by Turney as well. Turney is right there, as is DeTulio. Hodgson trying to bring it home for J3. A big wide run. Side by side coming out of the corner. Hodgson looks like he's got it. Last couple of quarters. Capping off the Spring Nationals. The winner today in this X30 Senior is Oliver Hodgson.
Unbelievable. Oliver Hodgson pulls it off. What a performance. And the J3 Comp Kart boys, they have got to be stoked. It is their first SKUSA Pro Tour win in a long time. One of their first ones in the X30 Pro Senior class. Oliver Hodgson's first American National. This is special.